I get asked in every single one of my streams, what are your settings, bro? What are your color customizations? What are your controller settings? I'm just going to make a whole video so I can explain here. With the new season reset, obviously, some things have changed. Not so much for myself. I'm just going to go through all my settings very quickly. Here's my graphics settings. I play full screen borderless because I do switch between my monitors when I stream. If you guys want maximum FPS, play full screen exclusive. That's how you get the most out of your game. I don't have VSync on. I cap my frames at 170 because my monitor is 165 hertz. So there's no reason for me to put extra stress on my graphics card. And then I play on 60 brightness. And that's that for that one. Here's this tab. We got the quality tab. I play on Fidelity XCast, 100 strength. I play SMA 2 times. You could play on Filmic. It takes a little bit of frames from you. I don't really care how my game looks sometimes. Unless I start to play Warzone, I might switch back to Filmic. Anti-aliasing quality low. Video memory scale. Here's what people. This is what I personally run. I run 50 because the game doesn't take more than half of the VRAM needed. If you want maximum performance, you can put it to 90. But I will say if you guys are experiencing crashing, a lot of hitching, things like that, I would turn down your video memory scale first. And see what works for you to get the most FPS versus how much times you crash in a game. When I was at 90 before, while I was streaming, doing other things as well at the same time, 90 put a lot of stress on my graphics card, so I would just like crash my game and I couldn't play. So I lowered it to 50, and I've been pretty good ever since. Low, normal, low, high. This one, that's the clutter draw distance. Of course, the game closes on me. Clutter draw distance, you have a choice between short and long. I have mine in a config file. So I have my own thing there. I would put it to short if you guys don't have your edit it in your own config file. Particle quality low, quality level very low. I like bullet impacts on so I can, shoot smiley faces. Damage layers off, low, off. I'm just gonna scroll through this. You guys don't need this. Water caustics. So this is a new setting brought into season 3. I'm just going to leave mine on water caustics, how it was season 1, season 2. I don't exactly know what these two do. I assume it takes more FPS away from you if you do the one that has both, but I'm just going to leave it to the one I have set from season 1, season 2. Shadow map res, very low. You can absolutely make this very low. If you put this like up here, you lose a shit ton of FPS for no real gain on the game for what it really looks like. Spot cache, this is another one that people talk about a lot. I had mine on ultra for a while to stop hitching. That was mainly with Warzone. You can test this one out yourself, switch between low, medium, high, see which one works best for you in terms of FPS and the amount of hitching you get in game. Right now I'm sitting at medium. I could possibly change it to low depending on how the game has been recently. So we'll see. That one probably changes over the next few weeks. Particle, low, low, off, off, low. This is like maximum FPS. You don't care how good your game looks. Low reflex, low latency. Because I do a lot of work on my GPU at the same time while I play, I stream to 2 different platforms always at the same time. If you guys haven't stopped by one of my streams, I advise you do so. It's a lot of fun. If you're just gaming and you are CPU bound, which means if you read this on the side here, it says if you're CPU bound, that means if your computer is using more of your CPU as opposed to your GPU, turn this to on plus boost. If you are GPU bound, if you're using your GPU a lot for other things, just keep it at on. And like I said, I use my GPU a lot for a lot of other things, so it's just on. Here's my view category. I play at 105 affected FOV. Make sure you guys adjust this one. After the update, your settings might have reset. Oh, I just changed mine back to 50%. Go into my interface settings real fast. Everybody asked me, dude, your colors got me fucked up. Yeah, I play with some weird colors. So, the enemy is bright pink. I think bright pink is the best way to see diamonds on the map anyway. But this is where people like don't like what I do. I have a red neutral color, so like if nobody's on like a hard point, it's gonna show up as red. And then when it's contested, it's white. I flipped the two. I flipped it for Warzone reasons back in season 1 because I couldn't adjust ping color before. So that's why that is where it's at. I use color filter 2 as well. That's why that's where it's at. My brain is adjusted to these color settings already, so you don't have to use this. The only thing that I do advise changing is having some pink enemies so you can see it a lot easier. See people's names like through grenade smoke and things. Otherwise, I do have my HUD set to 25. It's moved in a little bit, so I don't have to look top left of my screen to look at my mini map. And yeah, I don't have too much else over here. Turn off parallax effects. You don't want this. You don't want this on. It affects your game a little bit. Turn off parallax. Go onto my controller settings real fast. I'm obviously on controller. I play default 4 paddles on this controller, guys. 4 paddles on my Scuff PS5. Still working on trying to get a sponsorship with them. I don't have vibration on, no triggers. I up my sensitivity from 6.6 to 7.7 now. And then here's the rest of the settings over here. I play prioritize interact because I was playing a lot of Warzone, so this can mess up a lot of people. I'm used to it when it comes to reloading and picking up weapons, so play what suits you most comfortably, okay? Auto tac sprint is on for me just because I don't want to break my controller. And then we'll go to the advanced tab. Aim assist is obviously on. I play defaults. Some people use Black Ops. Personal preference, I like default more. Dynamic response curve, you want dynamic 1000%. Instant ADS, this is so it locks your aim assist in right away. Custom sensitivity presume, the only ones I have raised higher are my like sniper zoom scopes to 1.3. Dead zones, please, for the love of God, stop asking me what my dead zones are in chat because it's going to annoy me. The way dead zones work, especially for your left stick and right stick, they work based, it's different on every person's controller. If your controller is brand new, you can make your dead zones a little bit lower. I've had this controller since November, and it's relatively still new. The sticks are in good condition, so my dead zones are lower. Try and make your dead zones as low as possible without having stick drift. So like you can start off at 0.05. And if it doesn't have stick drift there, you can move down a little bit. If it starts getting stick drift, put it back up. Please stop asking what my dead zones are. It does not matter what mine are compared to yours. Gyro behavior, turn that shit off. You don't want to huke incidents. Auto move forward, I have off. Single tap run, this is actually OP. This helps you like snake a little bit. Grounded mantle off, partial. I think I'm the only one that plays off, partial, off. Most people play off, I think. I play partial. I've had it since the beginning and I'm just used to it. Invert, slide, and dive behavior. I play inverted so I can dolphin dive easier. Sliding is right now relatively useless. It's good in some situations, but I rarely slide. So the inverted is how I do it. Plunge freely. This is like Fortnite. You use your right stick to look up and down, up and down. So that's how I keep that there. Sprinting door bash on. Everything else is not really related at all. Here are my audio settings. I play on PC. Ever since I got to play with Arstees, I switched to PC because he said it's OP. As well, I have loudness equalization on. Adding my headset equalized. That's a separate thing, completely separate from the game. So I can, don't blow out my ears. Here's the. Make sure you guys turn off cinematic music volume. It does not need to be at 100. I don't know why they put that in the game. But I play anywhere between 80 and 100. I play at 100 right now, and then I have my mix amp turned like halfway down. So I'm theoretically getting the full game volume from the game, but through like a 50% volume through my mix amp. And yeah, I believe that is. Oh, tinnitus sound. Turn that on. You don't need to blow out your ears. I believe that's all I have for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, I almost forgot about the NVIDIA Control Panel settings. Here's all my global settings and what I have things set to. Just if you want to copy mine, go ahead. This is what's worked for me in the past. I have not changed these at all. One thing I just will say is turn off VSync. You don't need VSync. Shader cache size. This is the other one that was helping with crashing. I'm setting my shader cache size to 100. I don't know what the difference is now. But I'm just going to leave it there. So yeah. Here's the one other thing I do different from other people. My physics, I set it to my CPU, so I take less load off my graphics card. If you guys have a good CPU, I have a 9910 850K, it's good enough. I set it to here, so I don't put extra stress that my graphics card needs. I do play on 165 hertz, 1440p. Here's my NVIDIA color settings. I advise you use it like this. Both my monitors are like this as well. Desktop color settings, set the same, do what you guys want. I have my vibrance up just a little bit on my main monitor. And And then let's see, G-Sync. I personally like G-Sync on. That's why I buy G-Sync monitors. In terms of like FPS gaming, G-Sync isn't the best, but it makes it feel smoother for me. So that's what I like personally. And then lastly, yeah, video color settings, video image settings. Make sure you guys set your you use the NVIDIA color settings and then you set it to full as opposed to limited. You want your full 0 to 255 color palette. And that's gonna go the same over here as well. There is another RTX setting. I didn't like this. This was recently in the newest driver. I don't like it because it was making my graphics card work like hella extra. So I turned it off and I didn't like it. But if you want to play with the setting, go ahead. I know you can use like DLSS in game with this, but then you're putting your graphics card to a lot of use. So just keep that in mind. Not ideal for me while I'm streaming and gaming at the same time. Okay. Now with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to comment down below if you enjoyed the video or not. And if you're not subscribed, it's free. I'll see you guys in my next stream or my next video. Peace.